V is full of giving. When I met you, you were just like, yo man, I'm super chill, and you just hyped up my energy, man. And V's been like, hello, hello, hello. So thank you. You made it more like relaxing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Okay. All right, so the biggest thing that I struggled with is not feeling enough. When I was in high school, I just did not feel enough. Have you guys ever felt like not enough as a person? All the time? Could you share a situation where you have felt not enough? Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, don't worry about it. I said all the time, so I kind of
Yeah.
screwed myself up for that. Probably was my dad. My dad's when I was younger, my dad was really abusive.
Got you.
My dad used to just take his anger out on me.
Could you like stand right over here?
All right.
Okay. How many of you guys could relate with her situation about a dad being very abusive and hurting you? How many of you guys how many can relate with that? If you guys could relate with that, if you guys could walk to her side. Awesome. So how does that make you feel when that happens?
Was them joining me or my dad?
With your dad?
Oh, like shit.
Like shit.
Yeah.
How did it feel when they joined you?
A little better.
A little bit better.
A little bit better.
Right? So what happens is that all we want are feelings, right? So how many of you guys have felt bad? Felt like shit before? Can you guys like raise your guys' hands? Felt like shit, felt like shit, felt like shit, felt like shit, felt like shit. Now, you guys may have different situations as to why you guys have felt like shit. Like how come, like you name a situation where you felt like shit. If you do really bad on a test. How about you?
I don't know, like,
Perfect.
if I get a bad grade.
A bad grade. Give me something different. And kind of join together like you guys love each other again. Join together, join together, join together. Do you feel like, okay, don't worry. Here, who has something like where they felt like shit that they want to share? Okay, go.
Being excluded.
Being excluded, right? So,
Getting rejected.
So these are different circumstances, these are different conditions, yet the same feeling is entailed inside of us, right? Like I could say I feel like shit when someone takes something from me, when someone belittles me, when someone judges me, when someone is hating on me, when someone doesn't care about me, when someone neglects me. I could say I could feel shit for all those particular reasons when I'm running out of gas, when I don't have enough money, when I don't get the girl that I want, when I don't have the friends that I want. I don't have the food that I want. I can say that I feel like shit in a lot of different reasons, yet what's universal is that feeling that is all carried inside of us, right? Yet, when two people came together, there was almost a sense of belonging. There was almost a sense of acceptance, right?
Well, yeah, someone understands.
Yeah. So, name a situation where someone has accepted you. Name a situation where someone has chose to accept you, where someone was like, oh, you're a beautiful person. Oh, I value this characteristic about you. Oh, they're hugging you. Name a situation. Go. Joining your fraternity? Got you. Who wants to share? There we go.
Joining a new athletic team.
Athletic team. So there's almost a camaraderie, there's a group, and there's a feeling that is entailed with it. So if you really look internally, there are emotions that physiologically makes you stronger, and that there are emotions that physiologically make you weak, and this is all universal. So when there's a sense of belonging, when there's a sense of acceptance, when there's a sense of unconditional love for a person, that feeling you feel internally. But it is also that universal emotion of not feeling enough, not feeling like you're good looking enough, not feeling like you have this, have that, or have this. or not feeling, or maybe even deeper. If you go in deeper, like you look at the family situations, you look at the situations with your closest friends, like, oh, they're not texting me right now, right? That's not enough, and it creates more of that feeling inside of your body. So it's not the particular circumstance that's going on, it's the actual emotion that's going on inside, right? So if you want to tell me something that you want to be able to let go of.
Something I want to let go of.
Yeah.
Probably anger.
Anger.
Anger, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to be able to go inside of your bodies, right? And I want you guys to be able to examine the sensations throughout your body. Those sensations are all emotions that are going throughout your body. So go inside, imagine you're putting your attention onto your legs. Put your attention onto your elbows. Put your attention onto your chest. Put your attention on your neck. So those subtle sensations that you guys felt, did you guys feel subtle sensations? Okay, did you guys feel subtle sensations? No, yes, no, okay. Those subtle sensations are your emotions that are going throughout your body, and that there are emotions that physiologically make you stronger, and that there are emotions that physiologically make you weak. Like, for example, when you're in a state of anger, right, you feel almost weakened, right? But when you're accepted, when you're courageous, you almost physiologically make yourself stronger, right? So there are emotions that we can tap into that is healthy for us and unhealthy for us in that sense. Okay, so I want you guys to examine the emotion that makes you guys want to like join one more time? Okay. Go into that feeling of not being enough. And if you guys can go into that feeling right now. Actually, I want you to go into that feeling of not being enough. And if you guys could could you go in this circle right now? Yeah.
Back into the circle.
Yeah, no, just in the middle.
Right here.
Yeah. And then if you guys could like go around her in a way. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So if you guys want to like take each other's hands real quick, is that cool with you guys? Yeah. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna imagine all the things that you want to let go of. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna imagine unconditional love for you as a person, right? So no matter that insecurity, that thing that you don't want to express, that thing that just haunts you, that thing that you just don't want to be able to share to others, that you're keeping within, just feel that. You don't have to express it, but just feel that emotion that's inside of you. And thank you, brother, appreciate it. And what you're gonna imagine is that we're gonna imagine just sending you unconditional love, okay? So we're gonna feel it inside of us. We're gonna feel that love inside of us as a person, right? We're gonna feel that love inside, all right? So let go of any awkwardness. Let go of like, oh my gosh, this is like what's going on right now, like any feelings like that.
I kind of lost it a while ago.
Yeah.
You made me get up there first, and I'm like, all right.
I got you.
I'm screwed.
Got you. And just go inside of it. Just feel it. And what we're gonna try to do is that no matter how she reacts or how she responds to us, we're not going to have any sense of judgment. There's gonna be a sense of unconditional love for that. Okay. And just describe the emotions that are going inside of you, but you don't have to say the exact situation right now.
Pain.
Pain? Got you.
Humiliation.
Okay.
Vulnerability.
Okay.
Being taken advantage of. Damn, I'm getting emotional.
No, that's good.
Fear. lots of fear. Damn. Yeah, overwhelmingly lots of fear. Judgment. Guilt. Clearly sadness. Lots of anger and hate. More fear. It's pretty much all of it.
Stay with it. Be willing to stay with it.
Kind of remorse in a weird way. Rejected. Small. Really small. Ashamed. I'm mortified. And very alone. Very alone.
Let go of the resistance to those emotions. There's a part of you that resists it. I shouldn't feel fearful. I shouldn't feel guilty. I shouldn't feel all these things. Let go of any resistance towards that.
Any resistance? Like,
Yeah.
make me feel worse?
Yeah, any resistance towards that.
Really? I mean, you already got me crying.
Yeah.
There's really not much more resistance I got.
How do you feel now? A little bit better?
A little bit better, oddly enough.
How do you guys feel?
Good.
Yeah. And the biggest thing is that I remember when I was going through emotions like that, the biggest thing is like not having people love me for it, because it's like stuff that you feel like we've all been through. Who's had those emotions before? Yeah? Could you guys say a yes, like a big yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes. And to recognize that, yeah, go for it. They have to go. They have to go to class. Bye-bye, you guys. Okay, we'll leave this there. And I want you guys to, the very last thing that I want you guys to have happen is that if you guys have had those emotions, if you guys could hug her right now.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I guess I'll-
You never had anger, bro? I'm kidding. There we go. So, well, how did you feel now?
I guess, yeah.
Exactly. So that feeling was actually not caused by us. That feeling was already within you. And what we did is that when we hugged you, is that those were all the feelings that were already there inside of you, in that sense. So it was almost like a reminder of what was going on internally. So what will happen is that sometimes there may not be people there, right? But like recognize that everybody's still there. And you'll feel like, oh shoot, there's not gonna be people there. And to remind yourself like, oh, that feeling of acceptance I can generate within myself, just like that. You know what I mean? So that feeling of acceptance that you got, it doesn't matter about the conditions. It doesn't matter if people are there or not. You can literally generate that within yourself in that particular moment. And the only way that you can tap into it is you have to examine the sensations that are going throughout your body consistently. And then just be able to like let that go. And in that process, that's where healing happens. So anyways, that's about it. Thank you guys.
Thank you. That's awesome. Appreciate it.
How did you? Okay, so what was your? Okay, you guys got to go, right?
Well, what were you gonna ask me?
Oh, okay. Any feedback, you guys, for anything that you guys want to share towards the very end?
Me?
Yeah, you can go.
I had nothing. No, I think it was crazy because we just like I introduced myself to you, and I want to say like it's cool to do things like this because it validates what you're going through, and like my whole philosophy is like share your story, and I always tell people like whatever you've been through, like it's your story, but when you share it to other people. It not only validates, what you went through, but it validates yourself. And I was telling, my boy that a lot of people, they go throughout the world not understanding, like they're looking for some type of self-value or self-worth. But when you share that story and you find out that it could actually empower others like this right now, that's how you find it. And that's how you connect with people. And it's not like going to a party or maybe meeting people in class. It's you can meet the best of people like in situations like this, and I'm happy we did this. Like we're running late, and we're actually going to go volunteer at a shelter to serve people who are homeless. So like
That's cool.
this is like a really good start to our day, and then now we're going to do something good again. So I'm glad that we met. Like who would have known?
Yeah,
saying
that
hi
was
to
a wild
people.
turn for me.
But yeah, that's my impact on it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, it feels like I've known you for like a long time. It's like, I don't know, it's just weird how that happens.
Yeah, definitely weird.
Yeah.
Well, I think just emotional connection on any level more than just like, oh, what'd you get on your test or
Yeah.
how's your day going? I think kind of brings people much closer.
My name's Caitlin, by the way.
But you guys were the ones where I was like, hey, come in, right? Towards the very
Yeah.
end. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to say, I think I've said up what I wanted to say, actually. I think I've already said it, yeah. Do you guys else want to share? Anything else?
I thought it was pretty courageous to share your story.
Thanks.
I thought it was the same thing and a very good experience.
Thanks for feeling comfortable enough with us, like even though we're strangers, to tell us your life story. Because like, it's hard to do that even with people you're close to. So it was kind of just like really brave. And
Thanks, guys. Actually, the funny thing is I didn't talk to my dad for 4 years, and I've actually in the past year have been building a relationship with him. And on the 17th of December, I'm flying out to see him for a week, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
I'll be there for a week.
Yeah.
You'll do good. You have my Instagram now, so you
Yes.
just like hit me up.
How about you, brother?
Yeah, I admired what you did, and every time you mentioned kind of like, oh, I felt humiliated, I felt this way, it kind of like created this image on the times I felt the same way, and it feels good to know that someone else is going through a similar struggle like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And basically what happened is that I feel like there was so much emotion that was in there, and the fact that you were courageous enough to go like really like deep in and just like kind of surrender to that. Like from my experience, I was like, wow. And because from my perspective, like I just blabber. That's in my perspective.
I do that a lot too.
Yeah. And from your perspective, like you were actually surrendering like to the process of it. And I was kind of like, because I've seen so many like how people react and stuff, and it's just like you kind of get almost like desensitized to it. But the fact that you just surrendered to the process made it very magical. I feel like magical for everybody in a way.
It was really intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you created it was mainly because of you. Because like you clearly had this, like I was saying, you clearly had like this purpose and you wanted to create something and teach us something, and wasn't sure what, but it was clearly something.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have came up to me and asked a bunch of people to join in if it wasn't worth something. And so I figured I'd try my best to get involved and do my best, because I do like connecting with people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm majoring in psychology.
Yeah.
I love the, like, trying to understand how people connect and
Yeah.
react with each other. And I wasn't really scared to talk about it, because I've talked about it before. It's something I've been through, and it's something that I've kind of accepted.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I still had so many issues with it until you made me bring that up.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's kind of it's really heartwarming,
Yeah.
and it created a really intimate presence with complete strangers that I feel like I've known for a while now, that I clearly met 5 minutes before anything happened.
Wow. That's nuts. Wow.
Yeah, but you need to be proud of yourself, because you're the one that
Yeah.
created that.
Yeah.
It's not like, I know, like, you said, like, oh, you gave me raw, and, like, it's awesome that all these people came together, but, like, the only reason everyone joined together around me was because of the fact of you. Because
Yeah.
you had to call me out.
Yeah.
But you had to instigate this whole process. Like, this is,
Yeah.
you should be very proud of yourself for instilling these, like, good behaviors between people.
Yeah.
These heartwarming, like, moments between these total strangers. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was all because of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like conceiving that right now. I'm like, yeah. Thank you. It was different because I have a natural way of speaking, right? Like for me, I've never talked about like not being enough before.
Okay.
So like I was trying to like figure out like how do I talk about this in a way in front of the people?
Yeah, I can see how that could be weird and hard to do.
And no, it was like because when you have like pattern speech, like you're not as spontaneous, but like everything that you're gonna say is controlled. So I like took away my ability to say what I wanted to say, and then just kind of go with that topic, and I feel like that imparted an intention of having no control over like what's gonna happen, because you didn't expect any of this, and I wanted to be in the same situation as you were, where you didn't expect anything else, and I'm just kind of trying to examine like, wow, yeah, I don't know what to think, because my mind just wants to process like everything that happened,
Yeah.
and categorize like, okay, that happened there, that happened there, but I don't think it's an appropriate time for me to do that right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Very mind-boggling.
Very mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't expected in the slightest. Like, I totally thought it was gonna be a video like where you're gonna be like, oh.
Did you think it was gonna be like a superficial video? No kidding.
Not entirely. No, I thought it was gonna be like you had this set motion, like the set plan, and like I thought you were gonna be like, okay, you each explain like a moment you didn't feel enough, and then some way I figured at the end you were gonna wrap it up as like, see, like we're here to support each other, not tear each other down. Like
Yeah.
I think just some, which you kind of had that concept,
Yeah.
but it's much deeper and less like just like the surface of things. Like you really went in emotionally. Like you just went very deep. Like that's all I can say is like you really like brought it into that intimate aspect rather than just, oh, I feel like shit. This is how I feel like shit. You okay? Had a long day?
Now it's like there's a part of me that just wants to just talk, but I don't want that. I want some, like I want the way that I want to carry my words. I want to carry it in a way where, like, you could actually it's specific to you in this moment. You know what I mean? Because I talk to a lot of people, and I have like, it's like I talk to so many people that I almost know what to say, and I need to stop that habit and just speak from the heart, in a way. So that's what I'm personally like working on in a sense. Have you ever been in that situation? Actually, no. But it's like that feeling of how can I be as genuine as possible
Yeah.
around you?
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I guess like the way I connected that too is like, you know, like when somebody asks like how your day is going or like how you are or whatever. and
Yeah.
maybe, like and just your natural response is always good.
Yeah.
Like that's what everyone's almost like trained
Yeah.
to say is good. And like there's times when I've said good and I'm like, I'm really not right
Yeah.
now. Like I'm really not. And like I one time had after I got and like it was just a bad day. I was really depressed and it was just after getting into like a fight with my mom. And it was just like small like regular teenage shit.
Mhm.
And I like went to CVS just to get like an Arizona tea to try and make my day feel better and get out of the house. And like the person asked how my day was going, I was like, oh, it's going great. And like I go in my car and I'm crying in my car. I'm like, clearly it's not a great day, but it's like we're trained to have a barrier to be okay, to be good. Like it's not. Luckily now, like people are okay with it, but like it's usually like it's not okay to not be okay. Luckily, people now are more becoming more supportive. I feel like because it's being more accepted, more brought out, and more talked about.
Mhm.
So it's becoming to be more okay to not be okay. But I get what you're saying. It's a
Yeah.
long way of what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Is that the way that you went inside of your own emotions, you went so deep that I had to close my eyes in a way. Like you went, it's like there's a part of you. See, what the thing is that I've had all these, I've dealt with rejection, right? I've dealt with humiliation. I've dealt with embarrassment. I've dealt with guilt. And it was almost as if like people placed that onto me. And then I have this huge front now. I have this callus that is now on my body because of that. And I had to remind myself when you were able to take away the calluses and just show what you really were to us, I had to remind myself, okay, I got to take out my calluses and be almost sensitive to that, sensitive to how you have felt. And it hit me like right here. I felt that emotion right there, but there was almost like another part of my body that wanted to block it off and didn't want to feel from you, because it's like once you've been rejected so much as well, it's like it's very hard to almost feel from others. But it's like that reminder of like that person is feeling something, feel with them. And there was a voice that was telling me, feel with her. And me being present with you. And I wanted to almost feel the love of the circle that they gave to you. Like the circle was almost giving you a sense of love. And like I wanted that emotion of just love being transferred to you so much. Yet there was like, you're talking about like how there was almost like, you felt like there was something that was blocking you because of the embarrassment. But then when you let go of the embarrassment, you felt that love in a way, right?
I felt it beforehand.
Yeah.
A little bit, but when I kind of like was just like, well, I'm in too deep now.
Yeah.
And I had to kind of really let go, then, I mean, I didn't feel any judgment from anyone.
Yeah.
I didn't feel a single, like, sense of like, wow, this girl is dumb, or like, this is sad, or why am I here? Like, I didn't feel that from anybody. I didn't feel judged. And I didn't feel pitied, which is huge for me. Because I don't like being pitied. I don't want it
And
to be another
pitied isn't like, oh, I feel so bad for you.
I don't want to be another sob story. I'm just trying
Everybody
to...
was neutral in a way.
Yeah, it was kind of like they're just like there. Like they're there for me, regardless if it's however I'm feeling. It was just like they're physically there and they're there for me. And it wasn't like I just don't want to be another like sad story, like, oh, another girl's getting abused or another this is happening. It's just I'm trying to tell you what happened, how this affected me, and not necessarily. I don't want someone to go, I'm sorry that happened to you. I want just someone to be like, okay, all right, I understand. Is there anything we need to talk about? Like, I'd rather have someone listen and talk with me than say I'm sorry and like pity me.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's such a big deal for me. That's something I really don't like.
Yeah. And what is it? Because pity almost has to deal with like, does it feel like they're better than you in a way, or like where do you think it's like stemming from?
I don't think it's genuine.
Yeah.
Because
It's like a conditioned response that they have to pity.
Exactly. It's the same thing as like I'm saying, like every time someone asks how your day, you say good, because it's not genuine. It's not someone legitimately feeling bad for you. It's just somebody like, I don't know, I don't want to.
It's a social convention that we've created.
Yeah, and I just don't like being pitied. I don't like someone feeling sorry for me because I went through something they weren't used to. It's like, it's part of my life. Like, I'm not sitting here asking for someone to tell me that they're sorry or tell me like how bad it makes them feel. I'm just asking to like let them understand that I've been through things. Not necessarily, I'm not asking for anything in return.
Yeah.
I'm just telling them what's happening.
It's coming from like a good intention of like, because when someone pities, they have to go almost into a lower emotion as well, and it's like you don't want them to feel that lower emotion.
Yeah, I just don't like pity, and I just really don't. Like, it's the same thing, like, so like.
Aww, like that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't like that, because like, my grandfather, he was like one of my best friends. He passed away last August, and when he passed away, all I hear from people is, oh, I'm sorry for your loss, I'm sorry for your loss, and oh, I'm so sorry he passed away. And just like, and I understand that it's coming from a good place of someone genuinely trying to understand that it sucks when someone passes away in your life, but I don't like the response of, I'm sorry for your loss. I understand it's like pretty much what people feel that they have to say, but sometimes I just wish someone would be like, yeah, that sucks. Like, yeah, I would rather have that than have someone be like, oh, I'm sorry, because you don't know who he was. Like,
Yeah.
if it's like, if you told me that, I don't know you very well.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make me. You say you're sorry for my loss. I'm like, I don't really care
Yeah.
what you say, because you didn't know him. You didn't know our connection. You didn't know our relationship. So you can't really be sorry.
Mm-hmm. So if I was like, cool, whatever, what would happen if I said that?
I'd be like, okay. Because I don't know, it's not a response I'm used to getting, and it'd be something different. I would probably be like, oh, like, it's a different response than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get irritated or be upset in any way. I'd just be like, that's clearly how that person responded to how, with the information I've given them.
Yeah. So you'd be irritated if you got pitied. I got you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
course.
you.